Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy Mr. Amai Lewis back at you with another video. Alright, so today we're going to be talking about how to cut people from your life. You know, people who are toxic or people who are just not bringing any value to your life. Alright, so if you still haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure that you do. Alright, so click the subscribe button and click the notification icon so you get every single notification. If you're watching this on Instagram, make sure you follow me. Anyway, guys, let's go ahead and get started with the video. So how do you cut people off from your life? All right, so cutting people off from your life, it's not something that's easy. Unless of course you're a very strong individual who's very honest and who was taught how to do this from a very young age, and you're very used to just not giving a fuck and really just cutting people off whenever the heck they annoy you, whenever they start to show signs of negativity, or they start to show signs that they just don't really care about you, or they just not bringing any value to the table. When this relationship is established, and I'm talking about like any sort of relationship. This can be a friendship, this can be a employee to boss relationship, this can be a romantic relationship, this can be any sort of relationship. All right, so how do you cut them? So first of all, you got to realize that the people that you surround yourself with, it makes a big difference in your life, whether you like that or not. And a lot of people like to really go around this idea. I myself was trying to trick myself into thinking like, yeah, I can be a positive person and still have like a couple negative people around me. I can have some lazy people, people who are not honest, people who are lazy, people who don't value work ethic, people who don't really care about any goals, don't have any dreams and stuff. I thought it'd be fun, to still hang out with those people and be around them, even though they were expressing these type of characteristics in their personality. But eventually, I came to the conclusion that, hey, you know what? This is actually not good. And it's actually holding me back in ways that I didn't even see. I didn't even notice, It's like these type of people can hold you back in a very sneaky way. And if you don't pay attention to these things, your dreams and your goals will never be accomplished. And then you'll be wondering why. And you may be thinking that it's you. You may be thinking that it's your work ethic, that it's possibly you're not putting in enough hours, But the thing is that you may be putting those hours. You may be putting that hard work. You may be educating yourself like nobody else is. You're putting in, massive amounts of emotional investment into things, because as you know, when you're in a journey like this, there's a lot of failure that you're going to encounter, and that's going to take a huge toll on your emotions, because failure isn't something that is easy to overcome. Of course, the more you do it, the more you get used to it, and the less emotionally detrimental it is to you. But it's still going to take a very small portion of emotional investment, and then even if they're small, they can accumulate. If you're testing something, you can encounter like 5, 10, 100 failures in a row, and that can really be quite of a hit. So the thing is that at the end of the day, these people really will make a difference. Even if you're putting in all the hard work, you're doing your due diligence, and you're being very disciplined with your journey, these people will take a toll. I'm telling you right now from personal experience, you have to remove these people, all right? As much as you love them, as much as you're attached to them, as much as they make you feel comfortable, as much as they make you feel cool and that you are awesome. So the first thing you must do is realize your own worth and respect yourself. All right, so when you're encountering this type of situation, you really want to be honest with yourself and be like, hey, you know what, how much do I value myself? How much do I think I'm worth? How much do I respect myself? And do I respect the beliefs that I have? Because you see, if you don't respect the beliefs that you have, if you don't respect, let's just say, your journey, you don't respect hard work, you don't respect morals and ethic, if you don't respect these things, then most likely you won't really care who you have around, because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Like, people can be stepping all over you, they can be stepping all over your standards, and well, who cares? Because if you don't care, then the other person will most likely not care either, because they see that you don't care. So you have to care about those things first. You have to care about your belief system. You have to care about, your own journey. You have to respect yourself so much that you're unwilling to have people around you who will contradict those beliefs. It's okay to have people, of course, invite them to have feedback, invite them to have an opinion, but at the end of the day, you just have to decide if you want these people or not around you. doing these things to you, because most people like to criticize, most people like to talk, but very few people can actually show results. So you want people who are actually out there in the field, performing. You want these people to be criticizing you, not somebody who's just watching from the sidelines and just observing, because those people have no idea. They have no idea what it's like to experience such an experience. And so they dare to talk and advise you and criticize you and give you feedback, but they've never done it themselves. So that to me is criticism and feedback that's pretty much worthless, and you can throw it out. But yeah, it's like, if these people are not respecting your boundaries, they're not respecting who you are as a person, they're not respecting your beliefs, you gotta take them out. You gotta eliminate them from your life, because they're not in line with what your purpose is. And if they're not in line with that, well, guess what? They're gonna convince you. They're gonna try to do things to really throw you off that path. Things like, it could be something simple as, let's go to the bar, let's go hang out here, let's go try this out, let's go try this other thing out, let's go do this one thing, and you might think these are cool and nice things, but no, they're not actually, because once you go and you go do that one thing, you're already compromising time. You're compromising time, you're compromising your energy, because you're gonna have to put in energy into that activity, you're gonna have to put in time, and in some situations, you're gonna have to invest resources. Like, you might have to pay for a ticket to go in a theater or something, or you're gonna have to pay to go into a bar and get some drinks or stuff like that, and you're already wasting money that you could have invested into your dream. You're investing time that you could have put into your dream, and you're investing what was the other one? Time, energy. You're investing energy into this one activity that you could have invested into your journey. And so, this is just one example. It's just one activity. But, if you have multiple people around you who are like this, imagine, you trying to, say yes and pleasing all these other activities that are around you that are so not in line with your purpose. Eventually, your time, your energy, and your resources will be all depleted. And that's not what you want, obviously, because your purpose should matter more than anyone who you have around. So that's reason number one. You got to really respect your purpose. You got to respect your beliefs, and you got to respect who you are to the core if you want to eliminate these people. Number two, if you're attached to these people, it's most likely you're attached to them emotionally, because they make you feel a certain way, they make you feel comfortable, they make you feel happy, and that's all good and everything. But you just can't keep people who just make you feel that way, because if they're not bringing the value, if they're not bringing the same work ethic as you are, they're not bringing the same values that you are, most likely they're bringing the opposite. And so then there's going to be like this contradiction here that's always going to be taking place. And so here's the thing, like, you want to make your journey as I don't want to say easy, but as smooth as possible. And the way to make it as smooth as possible is if you get your entire life in line with that purpose. It's not going to make it easier, but it's going to make it a whole lot more, directional. It's going to give you a sense of direction, as opposed to, having all these random people who have these random values all around you. And now, like, you're sort of like confused, like, where should I go? This person's telling me I should do this. This person's telling me I should do that. This person's telling me that I'm already good enough, that I should just pretty much settle with what I got. And that's not what you want around you, And even though these people might make you feel good, they make you laugh, they make you feel like you're the shit and everything, at the end of the day, you just got to cut these people off, because that in of itself, that value is not good enough, And if you're after these people just to feel those emotions, you become what is called a people pleaser, meaning that you're out there trying to please people just to get this good feedback back, like to feel good about yourself. And here's the thing, like, in order to combat this, you're gonna have to really look at yourself to the core and really figure out a way to make yourself happy, make yourself valuable, make yourself feel the things that they make you feel, because yeah, let's just be honest. Like, you just cannot be depending on these people to make you feel comfortable, to make you feel emotionally grounded, because these people are out there doing their own thing. And let's be honest, most people don't really give a shit about other people, unless, of course, they don't give a shit about themselves, so they believe that giving a shit about other people, can compensate for that. But the truth is that you shouldn't live that way, all right? You should be the priority in every motherfucking situation. You be the fucking authority. You're the fucking priority, all right? If you're not functioning, if you don't feel good, why the fuck are you focusing on making other people feel good? Like, that makes no sense. Unless, of course, you're people pleasing and you want other people to validate you and shit like that. So don't be that person, all right? So always validate yourself, and always, look to just, make yourself feel good. And of course, I'll make a separate video on how to do this specifically, because it is, I can get quite technical, but just understand that that's what you need to do. All right. So, and then the last thing you got to do is that, you can't just discard all these people, even though if that's the situation that you find yourself in, then just completely discard all these people one by one. Just start eliminating them, and eventually you might reach a stage where you're a little bit lonely because you just have nobody. You just cut everybody off and stuff. Now, if you're strong enough to the degree that you're able to handle such a thing, like I've done actually, if you're able to just cut off everybody, cut off, man, I can't even talk. It's been a while since I make these videos, but yeah, so if you're unable to cut off people, cut off everybody, then of course, cut off some people and start getting new people that are aligned with your values. All right. But if you're able to cut off everybody, cut them all off, and then do the same thing. Start looking for people who share the same values. But that's really the last step that you got to do, is that you got to look for people who are in line with whatever your purpose is, and of course, it doesn't have to be the same thing, they don't have to be after the same vision, the same goal as you are, but they got to share the same values. So if you're a hard worker, make sure that the people you hang around with are very hard workers, and that they hate laziness just like you hate laziness as well, and and whatever it is, whatever your values are, if your values are honesty, if your values are integrity, if your values are I don't know, like you guys like to take action, you guys are action takers, that's what you guys value, then do that. If you guys value self-education, then look for people who value self-education. But these things, the values themselves gotta always match if you want to be able to establish a very good and healthy and strong relationship with that other individual. So definitely look into that. But that's really the core of it. That's really how you cut people off. So you cut off the people who are not sharing your same values, and you replace them with people who are, because obviously you don't just want to cut off people because that's and just leave it at that, because then you'll end up lonely, and then what do you do? Like, eventually what you want to do is that what you don't want is that you don't want to cut off these people and then be in a place where you're so lonely that you just start to feel lonely, and naturally you just start to slip back into these people because you feel like, okay, like I need somebody to talk to, I need somebody to make me feel good. You don't want that. That's why I said, in order to prevent that, you're gonna have to be able to make yourself feel good, and at the same time start looking for new people to associate yourself with who share the same values. So that is it. That is how you properly cut people off. If you don't follow these rules, which I have not in the past, you will end up sliding back to these people, or you may not even cut these people off to begin with. So make sure you follow this process, because this process works, and I've seen it work for other people. Don't go around this. Don't think that you can respect your own values and at the same time keep these people around, because that's just not going to happen. Eventually you're going to reach a point where you'll be like, fuck, man, Mr. Almighty Lewis was right. So I should have listened. I should have done it the way he said, So anyway, guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, make sure you hit the like button down below. Make sure you subscribe and you hit the notification icon, because I will be uploading so many more videos soon about personal development and about all this great content I'm about to deliver to you guys. So thank you very much for watching. Make sure leave your comments down below as to what you guys thought about the video. If you guys want me to make a specific video on a specific topic with personal development, leave it down below as well. And if you're watching this on Instagram, make sure you follow me here on Instagram. I will leave a link to my Instagram down below if you're watching this on YouTube as well. And if you're on YouTube, there will be some videos somewhere here, so you guys can go ahead and watch more of my content, and subscribe somewhere around here as well. I don't know where, but make sure you do it. So anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Mr. Almighty Lewis is signing out.